MySQL database connectivity with Python. So let's start.
MySQL. As you know, in the project, when you are working in a project, what you're making that you have to store the data in the background, like hotel management, you're making a project. So customer detail or hotel detail that you are going to store. So whenever you are going to store the hotel details and all the things, so what is happening? That you have to save it for the future purpose. So in computer science, either you can use the binary file or text file or CSV file, or we can go with the MySQL database so that the project will be completely ready for the users. They can use it and they can save you their data. So all the companies and organization, whether they're large or small, they use the database to store the data for the future purpose. For example, I have given you many examples like text file, binary file, and CSV file. Your project, either you are making in that format or either you are using the SQL, MySQL. So now the thing is here, database connectivity is required to connect the Python program. We need an interface. What is the interface? That is called the connector. हमें क्या requirement होती है? Connector की. The connector name is MySQL connector. We can install MySQL connector by using the different method. But it's maybe very tough. Either you can use like command prompt. In command prompt, you can type pip install mysql.connector. In this manner, you can try on your system also. This is the command to install the MySQL connector. Then you can press the enter. Internet connection is also required. And then this connector will work for MySQL 5.7. Another method is that you can go to that website and then you can download the Python SQL connectivity from here. And then whenever you are doing, after the installation, what you have to do, open the Python, then you have to write this code, import mysql.connector, and then you have to use the connect function. What is the role of connect function? That is used to establish the connection basically. Whenever we have to establish the connection, because connect function, without connect function, we can't do the connectivity with the database. So what we need to write here, host. Host means server name, जिससे आपको connect होना है. User name, password. ये password SQL का password आएगा और database, SQL का database, वो आपको देना है. Server name में आपको क्या लिखना है? Name of the database server. User name, you have to write the name of user. By default, username is root, and the password is also by default root. But in my system, I have changed the password. My password is 1. And database, also you have to write. For example, now this is the example how to write. Import mysql.connector. Import is also required. That is required so that we can do the connectivity as con. This is the temporary object. With the help of this object, you can do the connectivity and it is going to be stored in that variable. तो con.connect by MySQL connector जो आपका method जो आपकी module है, in that module we have a connect method. So connect method we can call and we have to write all these arguments. This is the parameterized argument. Host आपको pass करना है, user, password and the database. Now what can you do? How you are going to do the practical? Let me show you what you have to do. Now the first program we are going to use here, that is the first program which I will show you. What we can do in the first program, only I will teach you first program. Displaying the record from the student one table by using the fetch all method. We have a fetch all method that help you to display fetch all. Fetch all का मतलब होता है to display all the records from the table, student one table. Import, ये अभी बताया था मैंने, import क्यों लिखना है आपको, ये कब लिखना है? इंस्टॉलेशन करने के बाद. Import MySQL और इंस्टॉल कैसे करते हैं उसके लिए भी मेरे पास वीडियो है. I have made that video. I will send it to you. Import mysql.connector as con. यहाँ पे mention है as con. As con means this is a temporary object name. With the help of this, you can call the connect function. Now host you have written. This is my computer host. Also you can write the same local host. Username also you can write root. Password, if you haven't changed, you can write the root. Then you have to write the database. My database name is school. Then char set is very important. What is the meaning of char set? UTF-8. Actually, whatever the coding we're writing here is a quotes, double quotes are there, and a semicolon is there. So we are using the character set, encoding character set. So UTF-8 is the code technique that convert the what the code whatever you have written into the proper string format. Now see my con dot cursor. Cursor is a function. What is the role of cursor function? Whatever the connect में आपने जो भी argument दिए, that is used to convert it into a proper statement, so that we can use it. एक connection generate होगा, and that connection will help you to execute the SQL command. Now with the help of this cur variable, we can call the execute function. In execute function, we have to write the command that is you are going to execute. कोई भी SQL command you want to write, you have to write here in that. Select asterisk from student1. After that, you are going to use here fetch all function. The role of the fetch all function is that you can display all the records. So जो भी whatever the result is coming in cur variable, that fetch all will show you all the record, and that is now in D variable. Now in D variable, what we have all the data. We have to use the for loop, and R is a temporary variable that will take all the data from this table, and then you can see one by one, record by record. Now, and finally, you can close the connection. That is also very important. You have to close your connection. How to close it? At the end, you will write con.close. So these are the method. These are the things that you are required. First, you will import MySQL connector. Then you will use connect function. Then you will call cursor. Then you will use the execute. And finally, you will use the function whatever you are going to do the work. Like insert, delete, update. You have to write the all command. Now I'm going to run this and you see the output. Here module MySQL connector have no close. One second. First, I'm going to run it by default. Just see what the output will come. See, is it coming on the screen? Can you see? 1 Mohan, 2 Sohan, and 3 Ahan. You check, this is the student one table. Now go to MySQL. This is your SQL. Now you can check it, whether we have these records or not. Select asterisk from student one. See, can you see the output? Sukriti? Sukriti?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can compare that whatever the things you have available in MySQL, that the same thing is coming on the screen. So how is it possible? Because you have done the database connectivity program. Because of that, it is possible. This is the proper normal syntax that you also can use in your project. You can display the record if you have made the database in which you have added the record, you can do like that. Now in the next lecture, we will learn other command, insert, delete, and update. Nothing we have to do. We have to only change the command, and then we have to use one function that is called commit function. That help you to save your data, what you are doing. Like insert, delete, update means you want to do the changes in the database. I hope it's clear now. What is the role of MySQL connector? Let me repeat again what we have done. See, in the first step, what we have done, Open Python you did. Then you have written MySQL.connector. That is the package actually, which is required package here. In this, there is a module also you can see, connector module. In this, we have connect function that help you to establish the connection. What is the role of connect? Establish the connection, in which you will put the server name, username, password, and the database. And finally, what you are doing after that in step 4, execute command. Execute means you are using the execute function. And
Thanks for watching the video. Now like and subscribe my channel. Thanks.